Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. For today's video, I am gonna be doing this simple, natural makeup look. This is the kind of look for those days that you just wanna do a little something just to even out your skin tone, just to give you a little boost of makeup energy that we all need. But you don't wanna take time. You don't want to glamify. You don't want to do too much. I feel like this is a perfect look for that. Everything is affordable and can be found in the drugstore. So if you're in the mood for doing a natural as hell makeup look, keep on watching. Firstly, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. Give the video a like if you do like it, and let's go ahead and get started. The tool that you use to blend this out is really important. Do not go with a foundation brush. Go with either your own fingertips or go in with a beauty blender, or any sponge will do. It does not have to be a beauty blender. There's also a Real Technique sponge that you can use, but it has to be either a sponge or fingertips because you want the application to be as flawless as possible and as natural as possible. So my favorite to go is with a beauty blender. It's like my favorite tool in my whole life. So I'm gonna go in and just start dabbing that. As you can start to notice, it's very, very light coverage. It's just gonna be evening out that skin tone. It's not gonna be providing any cakiness to your face. The lightest amount of coverage. You want your skin to look like your skin, but just a little bit better. Unless you have like perfect skin, you know? This moisturizer is so nice. Just the right amount of coverage. It made my skin honestly look like it's my own skin. Absolutely no cakiness whatsoever. That is what you want on a day like this, where you just want a little something. For concealer, same thing. I don't want full coverage. I want something that's light. I'm gonna go with an oldie but a goodie, Instant Age Rewind from Maybelline, which is the dark circle eraser. This used to be my everyday work concealer, and this is a little bit lighter than my skin tone. And I'm just gonna go underneath my eyes. I'm not gonna do the T-zone area. I don't have time for that. I just want a little something to hide my dark circles. I'm gonna hide and conceal those dark circles. I am gonna bring this up to my eyelids as well, just to prep those eyes. I am gonna do a very subtle eye look as well. I hid my dark circles, but I still kept it kind of natural. All right, my skin looks like my own skin, but better. Do you agree? Normally, if I put a full coverage foundation or even a medium coverage foundation, I would be able to see my pores. But with this method, I don't see any of my pores. Next, no matter what kind of look you're going for, you always want to set your under eyes because you just don't want any creasing to happen. I am setting it with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. I've been enjoying this powder lately. It does a really good job of setting those areas. And I am gonna set the rest of my face with the same loose setting powder. Very, very lightly. I'm not gonna add a lot to it. And that's gonna stay all day. Next, I'm gonna do a little something for my eyes. You don't have to, obviously you're going for a natural look. Most of the time, I will not do anything on my eyes, but for this look, I do wanna have just a little dimension. So I'm gonna go in with the Nude Mood palette from ColourPop. And honestly, this is the best natural eye look palette ever. I highly recommend this to anybody who's new, beginners. This is just the most perfect, beautiful palette. I'm gonna stay with the matte colors. Gonna go in with a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna go in with this shade right here. It's called Bluffin'. I'm just gonna go in and add this all over my transition area. So you just wanna add that in Wim Wiper motions, just to give a little bit of depth, just a little bit. And honestly, you could just do bronzer. If you have your favorite bronzer, you could just pop in your bronzer in your crease and you are set to go. This is the most beautiful natural brown color. It's called Au Natural. I'm gonna go in with that one. With the same brush, I'm gonna do the same exact thing, just right on top of that first color that I did. Same circular motions. I love this palette. It's honestly one of my favorite palettes ever. I'm gonna go in with the color Bluffin' on my eyelids, and I'm just gonna go in with any flat shader brush. This one is the Jaclyn Hill JH41. I'm gonna go right in, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my lid area. It's the most simplest look. I'm not trying to add glitter on my eyes. I know it's very pigmented at first, but you can actually blend it out with the same brush. Take out the product and just blend out that. It'll like diffuse it. I'm gonna go just back one more time to the color Au Natural. Just make sure that that color is well diffused on the eyes. If you want a little bit more dimension, you could take a Morphe M433 or any smaller precise brush. I'm gonna go in with this color here. It's called Moody. And just be very, very careful. You're just gonna be applying the smallest amount of pressure, kick off that excess, and then you're just gonna apply it only in your outer corners. So you're just gonna go here, you're just gonna go just like this. Keep circular motions, just go like this and start dragging it downwards, like in an angle, and just start going like that. We're done with the eyes, guys. Simple, we don't want nothing crazy. I'm gonna go in with my brows. No matter what kind of natural look, I always have to do my brows. We want them to look as natural as possible, but we still want brows because I clearly have none. Get any small brow definer. This one's a really good one. This one's from Wet n Wild. This is the Ultimate Brow Micro Pencil. I'm gonna use a very, very light hand with this. I'm gonna start carving out just my bottom brows, and at the same time, I am going to spoolie them and just adding a few little strokes. And then I'm gonna come up here to where I'm missing hair, and then I'm just gonna draw out those hairs very, very softly with a very light hand. I think I'm pretty much done with my brows. Like, I'm just keeping it very natural. I'm not gonna go with a full contoured look. I'm just gonna go in with some bronzer just to warm up the face a little bit. And I wanna use a sheer to medium bronzer. I just want something that has a little bit of a sheen to it, just so it could just give you that nice suntan glow. So I'm gonna be using the Sunset Striptease bronzer from the Wet n Wild Color Icon. So I'm just gonna go in with this on the flat side. I'm gonna be dusting it off. So I'm just gonna go in like this. And then I'm just gonna blend it out and blend it in your jawline and blend it in your forehead, whatever this is. You just want a little contour, that's all you want. Just gonna go into the next cheek. Make sure to always kick off that excess, kick it off. Don't start off first in the flat side, start off in the angled side. You want the angle to be creating that contour. So we're gonna be angling it. And then that's when you lay it flat, then you start blending it out. So remember, angle, then blend it out and blend it up to your forehead, your temples, and bring it down your jawline. Just gonna use the sharpness of it, and I'm just gonna go in, give myself a little nose contour, keep it natural. See how I gave myself a nose job right now, and it was so easy? And then I'm gonna go back into the palette, and I'm gonna go into the shade Au Natural. I'm gonna take a pencil brush. This is a Morphe M506. You don't want it to be too stiff. You want it to be still kind of fluffy, so you could fluff it out as beautiful as possible. And I'm just going to apply that just underneath my lash line. I'm bringing it from outer all the way. Bringing that in, and that is pretty much it. It really created a difference in your eye look. Next, I'm just gonna add a little bit of blush, but I want a sheer blush. You want a little bit of color, but you want a natural flushed cheek look. I highly recommend this one. This is the Butter Blush from Physicians Formula in the color Vintage Rogue. The formula is buttery, it's nice, it's natural, it's not patchy, it's very, very beautiful. The tool that you use for this next step is very important. So if you wanna go for the natural look, a wash of blush, use this brush. This is the Real Techniques blush brush. You can find this in CVS and in Walgreens. Anytime I want a natural flush cheek look, I always go with this brush. I'm gonna go in, and you see how natural that applied it. So seamlessly. Make sure to apply a little bit on your nose. Next is optional, totally optional. If you want to give yourself a little bit of a glow, it just looks like your skin but healthier, you can go in with the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. It is beautiful, it is natural, it's inexpensive, it's like $5. It's so gorgeous. I like to go in with a brush like this. This is the Morphe M501. It's not stiff. I don't know how to explain this. It's floppy. No, I'm the worst at explaining stuff. So I'm gonna go in just at the top of my cheekbone, just very subtly. As you can see, it just gives you a nice natural glow. Just gonna go in my temples, here on the nose, in my Cupid's bow, top of my cheekbones. The last step is just gonna be mascara. Please add mascara. You don't need eyeliner, you don't need any of that, but please add mascara, because you know we all need it. So I'm just gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Max Volume Mascara. Really, really love this mascara. The wand is really nice. See what a difference mascara makes on your eyes? And I'm trying to, anytime I see a clump, I'm trying to run the wand through it so it can separate the clump. Because you know, with these cheap as hell drugstore mascaras, there's always clumpiness going on. So make sure to brush them out with your wand. But do you like the lashes? They don't look bad. All right guys, for lips, I'm gonna go in with a tinted lip treatment or a chapstick that has a bit of a tint to it. And this one is from Physicians Formula. This one's in the color Love Bite. Very nice. Gives you like that juicy lip that's just like your natural lip color. As time goes on throughout your day, you're gonna notice that this will rub off into this natural lip. Tap it off with your fingers or just apply very, very little so it's just natural. I'm gonna be using the Pretty Fresh Hyaluronic Setting Mist from ColourPop. Does a good job. Just gives you a burst of hydration and it just locks your makeup into place. All right guys, we are done with this look. Thank you so much again for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget, give the video a like, subscribe down below if you haven't done so already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.